Good evening, Hawk fans. Good evening, Hawks Nation. Your boys, we
Yes,
back in the building.
sir.
You feel me? 3 wins in a row. You feel me? Back to back 40 games efficiently for Mr. Trae, young superstar. What a game by the boys this evening. So excited. So excited. And if you know me, you know I don't care how we win the games as long as we win the games. I don't care who the star. I don't care who's scoring. I don't care, bro. I'm past that. I don't care who the superstar. I don't care who get the buckets. I don't care who get the last winning shot. I don't care about none of that. I don't care who's a freaking all. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is one thing: wins. That's it. And what did we do today? Won the game. Now, granted, Portland played us tough, but
Yeah,
the
they
boys
did play tough.
responded. They responded. That's all I care about. And guess what? They held them off, and we got the win. That's all that matters to me. I could give a rat's ass about who scored the most points. I could give a rat's ass about anything except wins. That's all I care about, family. I just want y'all to know that. I care about wins. I don't care who lead the team in anything. I could care less about that. I'll let other fans deal with that nonsense because it don't matter. Only thing that matters at the end of the day is did your team win the game? And we won the game. And I'm saying that because I know people going to come in here complaining. That's 3 wins in a row. At this point, I'm not even complaining about nothing anymore. I will discuss certain things we can improve on, but I am no longer complaining about who did what, who didn't. I don't care. We won the game. Fantastic effort by the team. And you can say what you want. You can say that, well, we should have beat them by 50. They let them come back. Let me tell you something, man. You need to know the team that you follow. Okay. And you need to accept the reality of what our team is. That's what you need to do. You got to accept that. We are not going to be blowing teams out. We're not going to be doing this. You know what we're going to have to do? We got to put our hard hats on. And then go to work. And that's what we did tonight. And I'm going to keep it real. Teams going to score on us. It's just, that's what it is at the end of the day. Teams are going to score. I don't care. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't care. We won the game. That's all that matters to me. We won the game. Everybody chipped in on this. Everybody got in on this. Why? No John Collins. Why? No Gallinari. Everybody chipped in. Everybody played their part. And for people who hating on this team because your favorite player ain't do this and that, you can get lost. You can get rocks. I'm about wins. That's all I'm about. Did we win the game? Yep. I don't care how we won the game. At this point, maybe at the beginning of the season, we could talk that. But right now, we need wins. We need to get them however we get them. And guess what, guys? Playoff. Who cares? I don't care who we meet in the playoffs. I don't care what seed we are. I don't care. At this point, I care about winning games and making it to the playoffs. That's all I care about. When we get to the playoffs, I'll worry about who we face then. Until then, I don't care right now. I don't care if it's the Nets. I don't care who we play. I care about winning games. That's what we did. That's 3 in a row. We've been sitting here. We've been upset. We've been complaining about the team when we lose the game. But what I've noticed, even when we win, fans are still complaining. Fans still upset. At the end of the day, in professional sports family, it's about winning the game. It's about winning. As a fan, you shouldn't care who scored the points as a fan, because that don't affect you as a fan unless you're just a player fan. So it shouldn't affect you as a fan if it's Trae Young, if it's Dre, if it's Herter, if it's Capella. I don't care who scored the points, family. As long as we score the freaking points. Well, we scored the points, we won the game. Talk to me, analysts. What'd you think of the game this evening?
What's up? What's up? Listen, I knew coming into this game. Look, if you watched any of the Portland game, when they were when they were at home against Washington, they are a young, tough team that moves the ball and that basically just plays with no fear.
Chauncey.
They're free because they don't have anything to play for this season, so they're just playing. And I knew it'd be tough playing against a team like that, a team that gets out in transition and make you run. In that first half, I was a little bit concerned whether we would adjust to that or not, because I noticed we hit a shot and then they get back out in transition and smoke us for like 5 or 6 points. Right off the rip. But in the second half, we forced turnovers, and that was the big thing. They would just turn the ball over left and right, and we were able to force turnovers. We got a lot of good stops. At one point, we held them to like only 12 points in that third quarter for a bit until they scored like the last 5. But we played well in that third quarter, set the momentum for the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, like, man, I was about ready to throw the phone through the TV. I click Capella. I don't know what
That was fun.
Those 2 fouls and all those bunnies. I was like, oh my god, Clint, what are you gonna do? But overall, I thought we really played a really good second half. I thought the second half was the way that you play basketball, Hawks at basketball. And I feel like that this win was well needed tonight. We got the win, shorthanded, no JC, no Gallo. Really, really small plan. DeAndre at the 4 tonight. And then we had to bring Knox off the bench to play the 4. So listen, we got TLC some run who played pretty solid defense except for one play. He
got him down.
Yeah. Listen, I thought it was a team effort in that second half. And just one last thing. Trae Young in the second and in that third quarter, oh my God, went off. Trae Young is proven that even on back-to-backs, he's proven that he's starting to lock in. I think that he's finally starting to realize that this is the only way you're going to get to the postseason is if you win games and you can come with the same energy. I think we figured that out in the second half. If this was any game in the first 30, 40, or 50, we would have probably lost it. But now I think we're starting to realize that this is the way we have to come out and play. This is the way we have to come out and finish. And we did. And everyone locked in, and we were to get the win tonight, which is good. We're back to 500. Got an opportunity to go a game behind 8th next game.
Talk to me, Lou.
Hey, we 500. We've been searching for this for a while. That shit feels good. Hey, TLC got some nice, got a nice little sequence. Hit a big shot, hit a big layup, look for the foul. The refs tried to get us again, but that was an obvious push off if that's what they're going to call on us. But I'm not even going to go there tonight because tonight is all about how we just won the game in the fourth quarter. Y'all talk about our defense. Did y'all see that defensive sequence? In the last 2 minutes, I forget exactly what it was, but they were blocking shots, stealing, making it just hard on the boys to just score, just taking time, just tick, 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 tick. That defense came to work. So I felt good about this, and we are 500. We 500. We 500. You are what you say you are. And if we end the season as an above 500 team and we go in there with some swag, who's going to beat us? Who's going to beat us in the playoffs? They still got to do that to us.
Let me tell you something, man. This victory right here, man. This was put your freaking hard hat on, grab your lunch pail, okay, and go to work. And let me tell you, in the fourth quarter, the only thing I kept saying to myself, actually I was trying to tell them, but obviously I'm not at the game. All I was saying is find a way. That's all I kept saying. Find a way, guys. Find a way. Okay? Because you got nights like this. I love this victory. We shot horribly tonight.
At one point, DeAndre Hunter was 3 for 13. At one point in the second half, DeAndre, and I was like, God damn it, DeAndre, this was your night. And all of a sudden he's hitting big shots when it counted. I like that. I like that. And he was still taking big shots. That's what I like.
We shot 37% from the field. We shot 25% from 3. We was terrible. But what did we do? We found a way. You're gonna have nights like this. So I don't want to hear no more nonsense about if we can win if Trae shoots bad, which he didn't shoot bad tonight. But as a team, we shot terrible. But it shows you it's other ways to win the basketball game. It's other way to get points. Go look at our free throw shooting tonight, fellas. Tonight, we shot 94% from the free throw line off 32 attempts. How do you get 32 attempts at the free throw line, guys?
Hey, Demond, I want to bring up something you brought up
That lets me know
earlier
that we
in the
attacking the
season.
basket. We getting calls.
There is something that was that I did notice because you had brought up earlier in the season, and I've been noticing it ever since. But Kevin Hunter or Kevin Herter inbounding the ball late in situations, it's rough. Like what's going on with
Terrible.
that? Like that pass to
Terrible.
Capella was like panic mode. That's like me in like 6th grade. Like, yo,
He been doing it for 2 years. Why does Nate McMillan keep letting him take the ball? I have no idea. He's like the only person that when he take the ball out, like I'm afraid he gonna get a 5-second violation. Every freaking time. I wish he would put somebody else to throw the ball in, bro. But so I guess Nate just being stubborn on that. I guess he gonna keep doing it until he actually
bad turnover happens.
yeah, and actually do a bad turnover and then affect the game. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
he has a Ben Simmons moment. Yeah. No, but can we say something about Trae though? He had 21 in the third, right when we needed it. I mean, like people, I don't understand how they don't see that brilliance in him. Like you got to take the good with the bad when it comes to Trae. That's just where we're at with Trae.
You know me. You know I was the first one on Trae Young ass. Day one, I was on his ass since summer league, calling him a bum, calling him ass Trae.
Well, he airballed a bunch in summer league, and a lot of the problems that you and I pointed out in the draft about him not being able to get that shot off as effectively would really limit his ability to drive. But we were wrong, and we owned that shit a long time ago.
We would, yeah, exactly. And I came out and matter of fact, if any of y'all, got time, my video that I did apologizing to Trae Young is on this channel. I keep it up here because it's always somebody, well, you was talking shit. And guess what I did? I realized I was wrong, and I said I was wrong. Point
that
blank,
takes
period.
a man.
Yeah, unlike some people do in some of the groups we in, Lou, you know what I mean? But I don't understand how people are upset. Listen, these last 3 games from Trae Young has been stupid efficient.
Mm-hmm.
He's been shooting above 50%.
You got to let a superstar do his thing.
I don't understand even upset. That's what you want from a star. Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's why you pay him the money. So when he give you 3 efficient games, 2 back-to-back 40+ games.
And back-to-back nights.
And 3 wins, to me, I'll take this any day than that shit he did in Portland. I don't give a fuck about that 50-60 score because we lost. So
Analyst,
to me,
how's it feel to be 500?
It mean nothing.
Man, I tell you what. I looked at whenever we beat who would be whenever we beat the Clippers. I looked at the schedule and I said, "Oh, another opportunity to get to 500." Then I looked. I said, "Oh, we played on back to back." I said, if the same Hawks team shows up that been tricking out 500 games, I said we'll find a way to beat the Pacers, but we'll find a way to lose to Portland by 40 points. But listen, it was like when we came in today, I felt like we were going to win. Like, I mean, Josh Hart was going off, but listen, to be 500 is man, it feels good because I feel like that right now in the position that we're in, with only now I think a game and a half out of 8th place, and Brooklyn, now Brooklyn can be passed because they're playing some tough teams coming up, even though they're tough with KD back and with Kyrie going to be playing. But the next majority of the games, Kyrie's not going to be able to play because it's at home. So we have an
Yeah, they changed
opportunity.
that, right?
No, they didn't
No,
change it
they
yet. They didn't change it.
not. Yeah, they never passed it.
No, they didn't
So
change it.
he, the funny thing is, he can sit in the gym, he just can't play in it. So,
This shit's
it's
getting
just
stupid.
so ridiculous. But
It's been like that since October. I don't even know why the media even bringing this shit up. It's been like that since October. You know how it go, Lou. You know we go. You know
Hey, don't
what
get me started. I'll get you kicked off the internet.
Hey,
So.
you know how we do in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know how we do in them
exactly.
chats. You know what I'm saying? The media acting like Stephen A. Smith and them acting like this something brand new or some shit. They was the same ones that was talking shit about Kyrie. Let me be quiet because they'll ban us. But back, my bad, analyst. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. My bad.
I think we all agree on that whole situation. Stephen A. But like you said, we wanted to get.
That's right. That's why we got a lane though, because Stephen A. exists. That's why we have a lane. So let's just keep it rolling.
Yeah, but listen. Again, I just think that now, and the only reason I'm bringing up standings is because that's really why we need our wins, is because we want to move up. If we have an opportunity to move up in the standings, we want to move up. And now we have a true chance to move up to get the AFC. We have a chance to slide in and get the AFC because Brooklyn has some losable games coming up. And even if we don't, we're in a home court spot for a play-in. So right now we're in a good position. I think that getting the 500 is important because now we have an opportunity to go beat a Charlotte team who we've beaten twice this season. And we can get to Charlotte, and if we beat Charlotte, we'll be over 500. And then
this is a big game, though. We should do this. We should watch this game live together if y'all have a chance. Like this is a really big game late in the season.
Oh, we should, man. I don't think I'm gonna make that one down.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna make that one. I ain't gonna make that one. Nah, I ain't gonna make it because my evenings are when the games start. I'm gone. I'm not even at the house. I'm usually watching the game on my phone. So, because my son got basketball practice and he got Sylvan learning in the evenings. But if we do it, I can come in. I'll be back. I'm usually home like around halftime, usually around third quarter action. But man, you know why it feels so good to be at 500, man? You know why?
Fantastic to be at 500.
Because what the young kids say? We got this out the mud, bro. We came from freak. We came from. We was what two or three losses away from looking at the goddamn NBA draft.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
We was a couple of losses away. I even put it in the group. I was like, bro, anybody know anybody following prospects 14 through 19 since we look like we're going to the lottery?
Yeah,
the boys, they done pulled them out, man. They pull, and that's what I be saying, man. That's what be getting me with this team, man. Like every time I be like, yeah, the season's over with. They always do some crap that have me drinking the Kool-Aid. Then they'll come back and disappoint me. Then I'll come back and drink the Kool-Aid again. It's the same routine, but man, we earned this, bro. This win right here was earned. When you shoot 32% and 25% from three, you supposed to lose big. But we pulled it out. Superstar came through when it was needed the most, man. I'm too turned up for this one, man. I'm too turned up, man.
We 500, and can I just say this? This is the first year that I can say in a long time confidently that the East is a stronger conference than the West. It just is what it is. And so our wins and our record actually, we have 4 teams above the Bucks, I believe, and they won the championship. The East has made some moves, and they are a stronger conference. So we will be battle tested when the playoffs come. I said this the other day, but we will be battle tested when the playoffs come. So when we run through this and get into those positions and get into that play-in and finally make it into the playoffs, I still think whoever's at the top, they still got to beat us in a 7-game series.
Man, listen, I don't give. I
'Cause
don't.
they weren't in the
Me
playoffs
personally, I don't
last
even
year.
care about. Bro, I don't care about the playoffs right now. Talk to me. Well, I can only speak for myself. I don't really care right now because we're not in the playoffs. Okay, we in the play in, but we still got to make the playoffs. So right now, bro, I just want this team to continue what we're doing. Okay, which is who knows what the hell. I don't even know what we're doing, bro. Right now, just like, hey, just go out
We
there
shooting the ball.
and get buckets because we're not stopping nobody. You know,
We are playing better defense.
I'm
I
just
will
keeping it
say
real.
that.
We ain't stopping nobody.
We're
We
not stopping
are getting
nobody, but
turnovers. That was a
yeah,
big thing today.
mhm.
Yeah, but not enough to say we stopping anybody, you know. But we have been creating turnovers, you know. But you get that when you and that's the thing. Like I'm watching the game, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I had no concerns about this game because one thing I do know about bad teams, they gonna
They
let you
find a way
stay in
to
the game.
lose. Yeah.
Bad teams gonna
Well,
yeah,
well,
they gonna
what did y'all
let you
think of
stay in the
what
game.
did y'all think of DeLone Wright? I think he was kind of impressive with his defense. He was kind of everywhere, and I felt he made a difference. And I thought he played smart. I mean, for being benched, he didn't pout, and he came out there and gave us some really good minutes.
That's what he here for. That's what he here for. I don't know why people be on the line right because he ain't scored 15, 20 points. That's not why he was brought here. That's not his game. His game is defense. Defense and bring the ball down and pass it to whoever you need to pass it to. That's his job. That's why
And
I don't
he
understand why
did it great tonight.
people be like, I'm gonna give DeLon Wright. They be like, I'm gonna give DeLon Wright a 2 because he only scored 2 points. I'd be like, bro, his job is not to score. That's not why he's
Yeah,
here. Okay.
you
The dude,
can't
I gotta
judge
look
him
his
on that.
stats up. He got to be averaging a steal a game. Every time he in the game, he steals. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
He's
So
smart. He
I
positions
mean, I
himself
think
well.
DeLon Wright played. There you go. And that's what Trae Young need to be doing. If you don't have the physical tools, you got to use what? Your mental tools.
Mhm.
Positioning. Uh what's the word I'm looking for? When you can see the next move that's about to happen due to players positioning and being able to
Mhm.
jump passing lanes. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Trae
Mhm.
not gonna stop nobody. We know he not gonna stop nobody, man. Oh man, we know that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what he has to do. Learn from DeLon Wright on the defensive side. You know what I'm saying?
Look, the lone right, I thought every time I looked into it, I thought he was a positive effect on the game. And I'm looking at his stats. He played 30 minutes, 0 for 3 on field goals, 0 for 2 on 3-pointers, 4 for 4 on free throws, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, plus 17 on his plus and minus, the highest plus and minus on the team. So when he was on the court, like I said, he was affecting it positively, even though he wasn't getting buckets.
Is bro, the dude's hey, like I said, DeLon Wright would not look. He not gonna win you the game, but he not gonna lose you the game. You feel me? But let me I'm gonna jump back out and jump back in. I think I'm lagging, so y'all keep it going. Let me jump out, jump back in.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, welcome to the analyst in the Starsky show. What's
Hey,
up, everybody?
that might be a thing. That might be a thing.
Yeah, 500, man, feels good. I thought the refs still like that push off was so obvious. I thought if it was the other way around, they would have blown the whistle. I
Yeah,
still get
and
pissed off about that.
let me tell you.
Did you notice that one?
Also, yeah, it was a lot of them that I noticed that it was just so ridiculous because if you look, it was one play where Trae went down for a floater, and Hart put his body against him, and then he goes down and gets the same foul call. It's like, come on, man. I mean, I don't want to call out gender, but the woman official was absolutely ridiculous and terrible. And I think she ref that games 2 times in a row. She should be ashamed of herself. She shouldn't even be allowed to ref games anymore. She's just such a terrible, useless, just a snarly official that is ridiculous. She actually got caught by the league last game. I don't know if you saw the report. I'll send it to you if you didn't. She got caught by the league yesterday.
Doing what?
Oh, she got caught by the league making false calls. Let me tell you. I mean, let me
Oh,
show you
somebody just
here.
said in the chat that she hates Trae.
She probably does because let me tell you, she she's really in reality a disgrace because let me sing you this.
Well, then we don't have to
She
worry about her in the playoffs. I think that all
yeah,
washes out in
she's
the
definitely
playoffs. I
yeah,
think they officiate the playoffs really well. Officiating's a tough gig. You do have a lot of control, and I do see sometimes refs not really holding their emotions that well. The players are not going to be able to hold their emotions regardless. I don't know if you saw this clip, but there was this high school kid that body slammed one of the refs. And I feel as a player and I feel as a ref. You're just out there making calls as you see it, but then the emotion of the game is really, 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 overwhelming sometimes. So, it's rough.
yeah.
But I do feel this year the refs have interjected into our games more than even in the years past than that I've been a critic.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's just listen, I mean, in my opinion, well, first of all, let me go back. She's not going to be officiating in the playoffs. That's for sure. She is not even worthy of officiating a play-in game. She's not even good. Because all she does, and I can believe that she hates Trae. And she gave him, listen, she gave him a tech tonight. So ridiculous. She gave him a tech tonight for finally guarding someone. She is just. Did you see that technical I was talking about?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Is like I do think that he has done this to himself, though. Like I
Well,
like I play with that same type of emotion when I played, and I get whenever we had refs, like I definitely mistreated them, and whenever I was a ref, I definitely got mistreated, and I understand that. I definitely get it, but you got to have thick skin as a referee, and you can't take it personally. And I think if you start targeting players and start jumping the gun and pre-judging a call and all that stuff, that's when it becomes like, yo, that's not right. That's not right. Now you are over the line. He may have been over the line at first, but now you're over the line. But that's all on Trae though, because Trae needs to be more mature. And next year, I hope he buys all of them, like meals or whatever. I hope next year he really squashes that shit. I hope he zens out and just learns to play like other players play, where they have that vitriol, but they just turn around and they take it out on something else as opposed to the ref.
I don't think. Let me tell you, I don't think he takes it out on the refs. I just
He
think
tries
that.
to embarrass them, and I think that's what they don't like. It's the
Well,
same thing.
then
Basically, think of this. Remember Trevor when he tried to nutmeg Trevor, and instead of doing anything, play like he just knocked him over. That's how the refs feel. The refs feel like Trae tries to nutmeg him all the time when going, and like with his theatrics
well,
when he
call the
that's just really.
foul.
I feel you. As a fan, of course, I feel you.
I mean,
Like
it's nothing to like. I know you ref and but it's simple. If it's a foul, and that now here's the thing: if you don't call the foul for Trae, but you don't call the foul for Portland, then that's fine. That's an even officiated game. Just you're not calling. You're letting them play a little bit. But if you're gonna call a foul on us for doing the same thing that happened to Trae Young, then that's on you. I don't care. I'm gonna make you feel bad because you should be held accountable, just like
Bro,
the players are held accountable.
that's not how the game works, man.
Well,
That's not how the game don't work like that. And Trae Young, let me tell you, you know why Trae Young get upset when he don't get the call? He get upset because in his head, he thinks he's a superstar.
well, he is. He
No,
gotta get those calls.
no,
He gotta
no.
get those
The
calls.
NBA don't think he's a superstar. That's why he don't get those calls.
They're
That's why
wrong.
Giannis get calls. That's why name a superstar.
I do
That's why.
wonder. I do
That's
wonder.
why they.
I
That's
do
why.
wonder what
That's
the
why
brass
they get
thinks
the
of.
calls.
I do wonder what the NBA brass and what the media execs think of Trae Young and how they're trying to deal with him, because like it does seem like they kind of push him to the side really as a story. I mean, he's having a phenomenal statistical start to a career, like really like
Right.
an all timer. Like he should be discussed as maybe like a fraction of what they've done
Let's
with LeBron.
let's keep it
I mean,
real.
because he's got these type of fucking
Let's
numbers,
keep it real. He's putting up Hall of Fame freaking numbers,
like
man. Like
ridiculous
shit
numbers.
Hall of Famers do, but he plays for the Atlanta Hawks. And he gets treated the same way that the Atlanta Hawks organization has been getting treated. We get treated as stepchildren no matter how good we perform, no matter how we good. And if we are good, it's always well. It's always a but. You know what I'm saying? We don't get treated with respect until we went. Think about it, bro. We made a run all the way to the conference finals, won 2 games in the conference finals, including one on the road, and the commentators were still talking trash about the about us.
Mhm.
Blah blah this, blah blah that. If Ben Simmons would have made it, man, Ben Simmons would have made that shot. It don't mean they would have won. Hell, Bible could have made the free throws, but that's neither here nor there. We are treated as the stepchildren of the NBA, just like the Sacramento Kings are the Western Conference version of the Atlanta Hawks. No matter what they do, they always gonna get pooped on by the media. That's why I don't care. Only thing, but Trae Young, he gotta understand that, bro. They're not giving you the call. What good does it do for you to criticize the ref? That don't do nothing but get you a tech. And guess
Exactly.
what? Now the refs hate you
Don't
even
like you.
more.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? He need to
That's
do like
maturity.
Kevin Herter. He need to do like Kevin Herter. Kevin Herter says, when they call fouls on me or they
I
don't give
like
me a call, I don't say nothing. He said because he's trying to build a rapport with the refs. So when he does feel like he should have got a call,
they
he can
respect
go. Yeah, because he's not somebody who complains after every call.
it.
You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Well, I would argue that uh listen, I love what Kevin Herter does to the refs. You know, he's not always going after the refs, but I don't listen, if here's all I'm saying, and you can't tell me that Josh Hart deserves to get the benefit of the whistle over Trae Young. I mean, I just got done talking about this. There was a play where Trae Young got hit in the middle of a floater, even fell on the ground. No, it was a non-flop play, and he fell on the ground. And they go down the floor and they call the same terrible call. Actually, if you look at it, it wasn't foul, but it was the same call, but they called it on Hunter. It was ridiculous. I mean, they don't listen. Like on some plays, I wish that like I brought it up. I think 2 streams ago, where I think the Trae Young on some places just forget about it and play. But if it's a clear
That's how I
foul
feel.
where you just get whacked, I mean, you gotta say something. You just can't
And do
let it.
what? And do what? You know,
Nah,
what you mean you
this
can't
is
let it go? What you mean you
nah,
can't? Let me
he's
tell
got
you
to
what happened.
learn to.
Well,
He's got
When you sit down
analysts
there and complain to the ref,
for
okay, you
his
know what
soul.
happens? While you complaining to the ref, the other team down court,
For
4-on-5.
his soul.
He
Listen to this.
need to
Not only what
stop
he's
it.
it's
saying,
4 on 5.
not
Yeah.
only
And
for what
plus,
he's saying, but for his own mental fitness. He needs to learn to zen that shit out. He
and how
needs to
many?
learn that that's part. Like he does whatever he does, and then the outcome is the outcome, and move to the next fucking thing. He
If you
needs to
pull
learn
up,
that because for his own mental stability.
if you pull up, if you pull up, how leading free throw attempts, he's up there. He's up there. I mean, last night he had like 14 trips to the line. Tonight he had 11 trips to the line. Considering he don't attack the basket uh as much, but he's still getting double digit free throw line. You know what? I don't care about that stuff, man. Because let me tell you something. This ain't the first time, and this is before Trae. They've been doing us dirty forever. And until the organization decides to get off their ass and make a tape and send it to the league multiple times, it's gonna keep continuing. It don't matter what Trae Young say, bro. He could sit there, cry, complain, whoop, whoop. The ref gonna be like, tech. And what? And guess what we finna do? And then when you get fouled, guess what we finna do? Watch it. He
Again,
need to
that's for
let it
leadership.
go.
That's where leadership needs to take him to the side and be like, "Look, Trey, I think this. I think you're getting the raw end of refereeing. I think this is the way we want to handle it. You try your best not to get emotional about it. You just
Which
try,
he's
just
gotten
try,
better, I think.
and then we're gonna just get a clip of these things and we're gonna send it in right before the playoffs and we're gonna see
Yeah.
what that
I
puts us.
mean,
And that
bro,
should be the strategy
Which,
I'm
moving forward.
listen, I'm
yeah,
tired of him sitting down there complaining, bro.
Me
Because
too. I'm
he
done with it.
Trae Young, you know what I learned? He can't complain and play defense at the same time. He complains and stands down there or jogs while the other team is on the and you got 4 on 5, man.
which you
Let it
don't
go,
play
bro.
defense. You don't play defense anyway. But listen,
All right.
uh, I
Now go
think
ahead, analyst.
I was just gonna say I think that Trae Young has gotten a little bit better with not complaining as much as he was in the first half of the season. Uh, I just think that Well, first of all, I think that we can all agree that the tech he got today was totally just ridiculous.
Unwarranted.
Unwarranted. I mean, you can't. I've seen many players do that. I guess it was a taunting tech or
But
whatever.
you got you, man. Listen, man. Trae Young, he need to shut up.
He
I'm
didn't
being
even say anything.
I'm being honest.
Trey Young
But what
guarded someone for
happened?
once.
But
Somebody
what
said that.
happens?
Somebody said that he just made fun of her makeup.
But what happens is what happens. You develop a reputation amongst the referees. You feel me? So it don't take much for them to give you a take. You know, if you ever get a chance, analyst, go back and go to YouTube, pull up Rasheed Wallace. Okay, pull up Rasheed Wallace when he played for the Blazers. Dude was getting so many technical fouls, it was ridiculous. He was getting tech. He got a reputation so bad, bro. He could complain about anything. They give him a tech, and that's what I'm saying. Don't develop the reputation. Okay, you can voice your opinion. Okay, hey, ref, what am I call that? Woo woo woo. But what he think the ref gonna do? Hold up, guys, stop play. That was a foul on the last play. Bring the ball. That's not gonna happen, bro. And it's not gonna happen. But let's go to these player ratings, man. Because hell, we won the game, man. Why is we talking about that whack shit, man? We are 500, family. We 500. Finally.
That feels so good. That 34 is that number, though. 34.
We finally hit
all
500. God, when was the last time
who we play next? Who we play next?
Hey, this is our first time being 500 in 2022, ain't it?
We play Charlotte next. Yeah, it is.
Oh, we play Charlotte next. That's big. That's big. That's
Happy New Year.
Dude, if we beat Charlotte to get a game over 500, then I think we'll be all right. I think we're
all
gonna
right,
be all
family.
Right.
Let's go over these player ratings because we got to get this while we all in a good mood.
Y'all do Portland because Josh Hart. Holy cow! How did he come out?
I don't care. I don't care about the other team, bro.
When did he come out like that?
I mean, Josh Hart did score 44 last game.
I didn't know he had it like that though.
I mean,
all right, guys, let's go. Here we go. Here we go, guys. First play we're doing tonight, we're going to start on the bench. Onyeka Okongwu, Big O, Double O, whatever you want to call him. 20 minutes, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 for 5 from the field, 6 for 7 from the free throw line, 1 steal, 4 fouls.
7 big boards.
What do you give it, Onyeka Okongwu, for tonight's performance, Lou?
I'm going to say that's a solid 7.5.
We don't do half numbers, pimp.
All right, I'm gonna say that's a solid. I mean, that's exactly what you want. You know, if what's the border? What's the baseline of just like that's what you want? Does lunch pail? Is it an 8 or is it a 7?
Hey, I'm giving him an 8.
Yeah, 8. I'm gonna go with an 8 because that was just a lunch pail performance. We needed it big time, and he produced. And you know, honestly, I thought he was gonna play a bigger role, but the way the game played out, it worked out good because our guards were playing good. So, you know, I just think you know, he came in, did what he had to do.
Talk to me, analyst. What you got, Blair?
Yeah, I'm gonna give Big O a 9 tonight. I think
that you're being generous. Okay.
Yeah. I just
that's that 500 vibe right there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, me and Jerome we got on that same vibe, but look, I think that Big O tonight, I just thought that he really just it was really just a really solid game for him. You know, he had a couple big plays. He was able to, you know, grab some boards. But most importantly, you know, if you're able to get your big shooting 3 for 5 from the field, I think that that's really good as well. You know, other than maybe like one play, I don't think he had a play that hurt us. And, you know, to me, I just feel like he just did what he was supposed to do, and that's what we need him to do.
Baby, lunch pail. Yeah. That's what we needed.
Yep.
Gotta bring your hard hat back.
He'll get a 9 tonight.
All right, okay. It looked like I don't know why Pockets gave him a 7. Well, damn, I
started off at 7. Y'all talked me into the 8.
Yeah. I thought, hey, he a little better than 7, Pockets.
7 solid though. He only got
everybody's personal opinion. Okay, Pockets went up to 8. Okay. Let's see here. Next, Bogi Bogdanovic, 24 minutes, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 for 13 from the field. Damn.
Can I say something first? Can I say
no. We're gonna do the player rating because y'all be getting me off topic, man.
But no, this is on topic.
Hold up. 1 for 8 from 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 2 steals, 1 personal foul. Analysts, what are you giving
Hold on.
Bogdanovich
Can I
for his
just say this?
performance tonight?
Do you think he was in his feelings for not starting? That's all I got to ask before y'all start.
Who, Bogey?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He ain't been starting for like freaking 3 weeks now.
I know, but with a big guy injured like that, you don't think he
Nah,
thought he'd get the call?
nah, because he thrives not starting.
Okay.
He thrives when Trae
Okay.
Young not
Okay.
out
Yeah.
there, man. He more aggressive. So
Okay.
what you got on Bogey, analyst?
Yeah, I'm gonna bogey a 6 tonight.
Ooh.
I just feel like
Oh yeah, you is being you must really be on that 500 vibe tonight, man.
Yeah, that's high.
I just
He was
You know,
unplayable at the end.
hey, when Drummer Boy give you a 3, that mean you was
Listen.
terrible when he give you a 3.
Yeah, I listen. I'll be honest with you. When I was writing down my player ratings, I only gave Bogey a 6 because I thought that you. I don't know. I mean, my initial thought was 2, but I'm gonna stick with 6. Only because I feel like
2 to 6. You got to explain that, pimp.
well, it was. I get judged a lot on my player ratings, but let me tell you, I just thought that Bogey tonight, he really didn't have it. The only reason I'm giving him, well, really a 6 is because we won. I thought that he had a couple good shots in the first half. I don't know. Bogey was just, I mean,
500 feels good, baby. Just say it.
He only made, bro.
Just say it.
He only made 2 buckets, bro.
Yeah, I'm not giving him nothing
He
but
only
a
made. Listen,
4.
I'm with Drummer Boy. I'm with Jacina. 3.
Yeah,
He was terrible.
it was disappointing. And he's the reason why we had to fight. Sorry, I know this is
and you know what? I give him a 3 because that's what we pay him to shoot.
Exactly. That's what I get disappointed at.
We don't pay him to do nothing else. Shoot the
Hit
ball.
that shot. Yep.
But when that shot not falling, bro, you can't go 2 for 13 from the field.
What I'm asking is it because he was in his feelings because like he's a machine. Like he doesn't shoot that bad.
Lou, I don't care I don't care. He a professional athlete. That's his job. I'm a professional, whatever I do at the VA. They don't care when I'm in my feelings. They be like, hey, T, did you do what you supposed to do today? No. Nah, boss, I'm in my feelings. Well, guess what? You could be in your feelings unemployed. How about that? So I don't care about him being his feeling. Go out there, excuse me, go out there, perform. I'm with everybody else. He get a 3. He was terrible tonight, bro.
Yeah,
what you got on that, Lou?
I was gonna give him a 4, but yeah, after hearing that, man, the VA speech, shit, 3. I mean, because like that's why I got mad at him the other night. Even though he scored a bunch of points, he wasn't efficient enough for me as a shooter. Like you get paid to shoot. I don't care about anything else that you do. When you get a wide open a hockey pass, you got to hit that shot. And you know what? I was ready to down on Hunter until he really started to perform late in the game because he was doing the same thing tonight. He was getting a lot of wide open, really awesome plays from nothing, and he was wide open in the corner. And he was missing these big shots. It was allowing them to stay around.
But you know what? But see, I don't look at Hunter the same I look at Bogey. I look at Bogey as
agreed.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a sniper.
Agreed.
You know?
But I want Hunter to be our number 2 though, and his Kawhi. I want him to be like Kawhi.
I need him. He need to get to the basket way more. I didn't. We gonna get to him. Matter of fact, let's get to him right now. DeAndre Hunter. 34 minutes. 20
This is the hardest one ever in the history of the show.
20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 for 17 from the field, 3 for 9 from 3, 5 for 6 from 3-point land, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Ooh.
Plus 12.
All the starters was double digits and plus minus. You love to see it. Analysts, what's your thoughts on DeAndre Hunter and what is your score on DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9. I liked what he did tonight. I really, I just thought that he played his role. Now obviously, that extra.
There you go, analyst. There you go, analyst. Read that.
No.
She said you better not hate on her boy, analyst. Analyst gave him a 9. That was
I'm
I
about
thought
to hate.
I ain't gonna lie, because I thought analyst was gonna say a 7. But go ahead, finish your thought, analyst. My
I,
bad, bro.
listen, I mean, what do you want me to give him? Listen, I thought that the shot was clutch, but listen, he would have gotten a 10 tonight. I feel like he could have had a better first half. Um, like Lou said, starting 3 for 14, that's obviously not good. But listen, I liked what he did in the second half. I thought that he played well,
Strong mental.
got some good steals along with some other guys, but I just felt like he played well, so he'll get a 9 for me tonight. He played well to me on both ends in the second half.
I give him a 9. I would have gave him a 10 because I like to give +1 for the win, but I got to take that away because he was terrible in the first half, and it was just like the Kevin Herter game the other day. Kevin Herter was hot in the first, nowhere to be found in the second, so it's like vice versa. So I give him a 9 tonight. At the end of the day, hey, did you show up when it mattered? Like, you can be terrible, but if you show up when it matters, bro, you hit clutch buckets. I gotta give you some type of credit for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I give him a 9. What's your thoughts on that, Lou?
As a teacher, like I gave him a +1 for his clutch performance, and that +1 added on to a 6. So now he got a 7 for me. Y'all, he I, if he didn't get a lot of he didn't get a lot of rebounds. He didn't get a lot of offensive rebounds. He wasn't a stat stuffer tonight. Like, he didn't do a lot of other little things. Like,
You
DeAndre's
said
got to
a
pick a lane.
7. What?
I gave DeAndre a 7, a solid 7 though,
Hey,
a 7 and he earned that 7 though. He earned that 7 with his performance late in the game.
Jay Britt, I don't want to hear anything else about me being hard on Hunter. I don't want to hear anything else
Listen,
about me being
AJ,
hard on
AJ,
Hunter.
AJ, you see Lou hating on your boy.
Hunter
Lou
now
hating on
gets
your boy with a
no.
7.
Hunter now gets Hunter now's the eyes on Hunter now changed because we traded away Cam. We've made our decision between these two gentlemen, and so
Well, actually,
now
Cam made that decision.
Hunter. And the thing is, like, if you knew me from the beginning of the offseason, I've been touting the Hunter train the whole time. In order for us to be a good team, knowing that we re-signed JC, Hunter needs to be our number 2 reliable player.
Bruh, he gave you 20 points. He gave you
Yeah,
3
he earned that
boards.
7. 7's good,
He
Well,
right?
gave you, bro, he
but
gave you
2
2
blocks.
blocks.
2
He gave you
blocks.
2 steals. What you mean he only thing he missed out on was the assist?
And
I
Lou, you
mean,
know I'm
what?
usually hard on
I
Hunter,
don't
but
know. I
I was
don't
like,
know what
Listen,
you know what?
I'm
You know what?
I'm happy with my 7.
Hey, if you happy with it, hey,
I feel,
what's the
and you
saying?
know
If
what?
you
When he earns an 8 or 9, he's gonna earn that 8 or 9.
well,
You watch.
you know what? I'm feeling good. It's 500 season. I'm feeling good.
It's
You know
funny,
what? You know what,
yeah, we
Lou?
feel like Pat
If
Robertson up in this bitch.
hey, if you like
Right.
it, I love it. All right, guys, let's move on to the next. Kevin Herter, 36 minutes, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 for 15 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3. That was terrible. 1 block, 0 turnovers. Finally. For me, Kevin Herter tonight, I'm giving him a 7.
Wow.
I didn't really. I mean, I didn't really see him in action. He hit a couple threes that when Portland was cutting it close, he made a couple clutch threes. I mean, excuse me, he made 1 clutch 3 because it was 2 for 9 from 3-point range. So what we really need him for, he wasn't there. He was trying, man. He
Dude,
was
the
trying
stat
to
line
guard,
between Hunter
dude.
the stat line between Hunter and
Dude.
Herter are almost identical. But go ahead.
Dude, he tried to guard Josh Hart. He was getting cooked. You know what I'm saying? He still gave a lazy effort on the defensive end as usual, but that's a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I give him. But like you said, the stat line was almost the same. I mean, the difference is Dre hit, he shot better from 3. Dre was like 33% from 3, while Herter was like in the high 20s from 3, 2 for 9. That's like 4%, something like that. But I mean, to me, Herter to me, he was kind of a non-factor. I mean, I don't want to say non-factor, excuse me. I didn't notice him on the court after the first quarter. I didn't see him in the second half.
Okay, so wait.
Besides
Wait.
that
So
three, besides that three he hit,
no,
besides
no, no.
that 1 3-pointer
Is
he
it the
made
one?
in the
So
second
let
half.
me ask you this one: Is it the one when is it the one when we really needed it and Trae made a bad pass and he like caught it like all wild and it came and it shot it and then made it? Are you talking about that three? Because
I'm
that
talking
three
about
was
the
dope.
one where he was on near the bench. We was going towards the Portland side. We were shooting at the Portland side. So Trae had drove and threw it to Kevin Herter with the shot clock winding down
Oh
at the
yeah.
top, and he made that three. Besides that, bro, I didn't really see him on the court, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what that. Hey, it's 500 season, man. Usually I would game something worse than that. It's 500 season. But let me go ahead and go to analyst because I know analyst gonna give him a 9 anyway. What you got, analyst?
11.
Listen, I'm gonna give Herder an 8 tonight. Listen,
What?
yeah, let me tell you. Listen,
Okay. Yeah, you being fair tonight. Okay, I see you.
yeah, listen. I mean, I would have liked to see him make some, some of those shots. But I think that um, I think that Herder did. Uh, I liked what I really saw from him. If I go back to the first few minutes of the game, he hit a lot of. I like the fact that he was getting shots other than the three. But if you look at his plus minus, he was plus 10 tonight. He
Hey,
was plus.
she on your ass tonight, analyst. She is on you
In
tonight, bro.
36 minutes.
Listen, you're wrong. You say
In
ain't no way.
36 minutes, a plus 10. It wasn't just like he was a sub and had plus 10.
Yeah, I mean plus 10. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, Jay, I was nice to Hunter. I could have been very mean to him, but I was nice to Hunter. And you're mad I give Herder an 8.
Almost
You,
identical
you,
stat lines if you look.
you've gotta be kidding. And Herder had more rebounds than Hunter. You've gotta be kidding me. And you can't talk about Herder to play defense. Listen, plus 10. Plus minus. That tells you all you need to know. And it was consistent who he was on, by the way, because Portland didn't go that deep. So let me tell you, Herder deserved the 8 tonight. We got the win. We're at 500. He played pretty well. Listen, he didn't take shots that he took a couple shots that hurt us, but listen, Herder played well enough for us to win, and we can't sit here and expect 30 and 13 out of him every night and expect him to this elite defender. We gotta realize what he's here for. And for you to say that I'm crazy for it, it's ridiculous.
And that's it.
Hey, man, let's welcome on our boy Rashad,
What's up, fellas?
aka Clint Capella Jr.
Facts,
in the
facts.
building. And since we
AKA
got
the
him,
right tackle.
up here, that's gonna be the next player rating. Clint Capella, 28
Oh, I didn't even
minutes.
get to give mine.
20,
What's up?
28
He came on
minutes.
too early. He
Hold on,
came
I
on
didn't-
too early.
28,
He's not gonna like
28
this.
minutes.
I didn't
8
get to give my
points.
player rating.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
shit, my bad. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, shit, now it's all anticlimactic. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Just to keep consistency, it's a 7. It's a 7 for Herder. Like I would have loved for him to have a little more efficiency. Then he would have had obviously an 8 or a 9 or a 10 type game. But because he didn't shoot that well, he still went in there and was balling. Like he was playing good basketball. I thought. I mean, every time I saw him, my only complaint of him, I almost had a -1 when I really had that visceral reaction to such a lousy inbound pass so late in the game in such a clutch situation. I almost subtracted a whole point from him. But honestly, like he didn't play bad,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's it.
he played decent, man. But let's go on Clint Capella, 28 minutes. Hey, you know how you know when Rashad about to say something crazy, he starts smiling, bro. Hey,
Hey, man.
28 minutes. When you know he's gonna
Always.
come with
He about to
28.
give him a 10.
Clint Capella, 28 minutes, 8 points, 16 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Big rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were gonna have to have a big game from Lou Williams, but it ended up being Capella's night.
He was 4 for 12 from the field, 2 blocks, 1 steal, plus 13 was his plus minus. Rashad, What are we giving Clint Capella tonight?
All right. So
Oh,
can
here
y'all
we
hear me?
go.
Can
Yeah,
y'all
because
hear me?
he did. Hey, guys, let me tell you about Rashad real quick. When he's smiling and you hear that paper fumbling, hey,
I mean, you've been thinking about some
hey,
shit.
he finna come. Hey, let me tell you,
We're
that
about to get a
means,
sermon.
hey, that means he waiting for you to disagree so he could come back
So I
at you with
come
them
at you.
stats he got on that paper. Yeah.
Hey, I got my paper too. Like we're gonna have an
Nah.
argument over here.
That's not me. I ain't
I
got
got
the
my
paper today.
tabs. I
I
got
ain't
my
got
We're
the
about to have
paper
an
tabs.
today,
argument.
fellas. I ain't got
What
the
you
paper
got? What
today.
you got?
Get-
What you
I got
got on
my
Clint? What
tabs.
you got on Clint tonight, Rashad?
So just full disclosure, I didn't see the whole game. I saw first half. Saw the first quarter and the fourth quarter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah. I was, listening to y'all player ratings. I'll give Clint a 6 tonight. I want to give him. I give him a 7. I give him a 7. 16
Whoa.
rebounds is big. 16 rebounds is big. Every time he missed a layup
bunny,
and a
a bunny.
putback, I was thinking about JR, and I was like, damn, man.
What
Damn.
Jr. There it goes.
Hey, can I
Jr.
just
I was
hey,
like,
can I give
damn,
a
he's
hey, can
fucking
I
up.
give a shout out to my co-host at FBC?
Shout out to Jr.
Anytime I see Capella miss a bunny, I think of Michael A. Smith solely. I'm just like, oh, Michael, poor Michael.
So you giving him a 7? You giving him a 7, Rashad?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. To me, just in general, I think everybody played good. I like the way we look. I feel like we look like a playoff team. I feel like we look like a Nate McMillan team.
Ooh.
And that's something that I'm really enjoying these last 2 games. So I really ain't got no low scores for anybody, man. I think
Oh, he feeling that 500
That's Gucci, man.
Hey,
What you got?
man.
He on 500
Since I cut Lou off, we go Lou next. Lou, what you got on Clint Capella tonight?
All right, on Clint Capella, I'd say an 8 is the minimum, and I wouldn't be mad if somebody gave him a 9, just because like he got paid to do what he went out there and did. He was our big guy tonight, and I just think like his effort. I mean, even on like just like steal type plays, like transition plays, like late in the game, like he was making smart decisions, like. I mean, he just came to play. I mean, he was playoff ready. That's playoff Clint right there, and I'm happy. And so, like, I could see anywhere from like 8, which is what I'm going to rate him, just because I want to see, those bunnies hurt. Man, if he could just hit those bunnies, I don't know what kind of work you got to do. There's this guy on Instagram that I'm watching. I'm going to send all the Hawks over there because he's so good on his skill specific shit on identifying what it is that you have to work on to get those type of things. I want to send them all to that guy because like that's all these guys need. And if Clint could just make a few more of these bunnies, whew, he's just an effort guy, man. You love it.
What you got on player rating on Clint Capella tonight, there, young analyst?
Just go and kick me off the show. If 8 is good, if 8 is the minimum I can give him. Just go and kick me and JR. Listen, none of you all are gonna like what I have to say, and I'm ready for all facial expressions. I'm ready for the chat to come at me, and I have a lot of things to say about Mr.
Don't forget that last 2 minutes in the defensive side.
I remember everything.
Okay,
and let me tell you, Clint Capella is getting a 5 tonight. Let me tell you,
16 rebounds, 2 block shots.
Let me tell you, look at the stats. Look at the stats. If you look at the stats, it clearly look. If you go back early, he left. Listen, if you go back early, if you go back early in the fourth quarter, I saw Clint Capella miss 3 shots back to back and get his own rebound. So listen, I don't count those. And then defensive rebounds, those are supposed to happen. 4 for 12 from the field. That's ridiculous. That's terrible. That's
analyst,
not good.
can I ask you a question? Like, so when you're deducting those rebounds, are you like rewinding, like and then going in slow motion and then being like, all right, that's 1 tab, that's 2 tabs, and then like deducting that from his rebound totals and then judging him?
Say it one more time.
I'm saying when you're analyzing him, did you did you go and watch his footage and then like slow it down and then like slowly like count the number of taps that on that play that you said he got extra rebounds? Did you count it out and then deduct it from his total? Is that what you
No.
did? Instead of
No,
having 16 in
no.
your head, he only had like 10.
I don't even have to slow it down because listen, it came down every time. He tipped it up, came down, tipped it up, came down. And listen, I appreciate the effort, but you gotta make those. You're 4 for 12 from the field. If you're not gonna be making shots, don't take shots. And I felt like tonight, Clint Capella, and if you look at, we want to talk about first and fourth quarter. Look at the second and third quarter, especially second quarter. If you look, complete liability on the offensive end, as he usually is, but it showed in that second quarter. If you look, we clearly pretty much had to isolate him out the game. I think Nate actually took him out for pretty much the rest of the second quarter. You look at the defensive end. When we switched, we did not, Clint Capella and Onyeka did not start stepping up until late to fourth quarter. Complete liability on the defensive end. I don't want to hear anything talking about blocks or whatever, because I'm talking about defense, on ball defense. When he switched, blown by baseline every time. I saw it happening.
By
Keon
who,
Johnson.
though? By their stars?
all right.
Who had 44?
Now let me give you my rating on Clint Capella, man. To me, Clint Capella get 8. I give Clint Capella 8. Let me tell you what Clint Capella had one sequence. Those 2 blocks he got was back to back. He went down court, got the block. They was running. He got down there, got the block. We got the ball, went back down the court, tricked off a possession. They running back, and he got back there and got another block. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what I learned about. I don't even care about Clint Capella offense. I don't care about him missing the bunnies, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't care about those bunnies. It's because he ain't jumping up there tapping it in by himself. You know, it's other dudes trying to stop it. So I know it seemed easy, but bro, when you got 2 and 3 dudes actually trying to block it, they trying to tip it too. You can only tip the ball wherever you can get it.
Then grab it and kick it back out.
He don't. If he could grab the ball, he would grab the ball.
That's what he did.
Also, though, analysts, you got to be honest with yourself. And sometimes
hold on real quick, Lou. And then I'm gonna tell you what else. When Clint Capella is out of the game, and you saw this our last game, we have zero rim protection, zero paint protection, none. They go straight to the paint and start pick. That's with Okongwu in the game. Who did we play last night? They got back in the game when Clint Capella came out.
Indiana.
Because they went straight. They went straight to the paint. So Clint Capella to me is sort of like DeLon Wright. I don't expect Capella to give me 20 points. Hell, if he give me 10, that's a bonus, because we understand how he gets his points, how he make his money. I need the rim protection. I need the rebounding, because without Clint Capella, we can't win, because we have no one who can help us on the boards. Collins is at the 3-point line. So when we go small, like we do what a combo, we have no rebounding presence, and we get dominated on the boards. So for me, Capella, bro, he gave you 16 of those. Nobody else gave you nothing on them boards close to that.
Nobody.
And guess what?
Trae got 6.
And guess what? Without Capella, you think we lost the board game tonight? How much you think we finna lose by without a Capella? You gotta appreciate what
he did.
Yeah. So we gotta look at the players team as we gotta look at what are they here for. Clint Capella not here to give me 20 points. He not here to give me 15 points.
The fact that he got 12 shots up is nice.
And half of that was his tips.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I'm saying? So without Capella, we have zero presence, bro, on rim protection and defense.
Yeah, so let's start then.
I think so. I think it's a value when you have a legitimate hustle guy that can get his own shots, that you don't have to really create offense for. that you don't have to really concern yourself with how many touches he gets. Like, we need players like that because Trae is a very ball dominant player. And kind of like to what Lou was saying earlier, if we're going to unlock our other stars, like if we're going to unlock Hunter, if we're going to unlock Bogey, if Herter's going to get his shots, you everybody can't get the ball. And so, like, to me, Clint, what he does to me is so valuable because of that, because Trae doesn't have to. Trae has a simple read with him, and that is to keep the man at the rim honest, because Clint can get behind him and throw the lob. But it opens everything else up on the perimeter. So I'm really not concerned with how Clint scores, as long as he shows the effort. If he can get 2 blocks and 15 plus rebounds a night, I'll take it. But
all day.
JR got in my head, man. That's the only reason I gave him a 7, man. JR got in my head. I was like,
well, that's hey, you know what? Because I started looking at it. I'm like, let me see why he be missing these damn bunnies. And I'm like, bro, he's not tipping it. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been a couple where he just missed the shit, but a majority of his tips is he's tipping players contesting that. So it ain't like he just buys a hold up. Let me just tip it in the square real quick, or let me just tap it in. So don't get me wrong, but don't get me wrong. I wish he could make all of them.
Also,
but,
like, no matter how good you think you are.
By the way, 2 missed alley-oops tonight, by the way.
But no matter how good you think you are, like, you try to go out there and do that at Clint's level. Like, even though we think Clint is sorry at that, like, it's still better than what we would do with, like, Damon is saying,
but
those other guys competing.
You wanted to stretch big, by the way, Lou.
Me?
I love a stretch.
Yeah, you.
No. Well, what I want is a post presence. Like, what I want, like the stretch idea for a big man to me is secondary to your first idea of being a big ass dude that could try to get a layup when we need a layup because you're so fucking big. So you got to have some footwork and some ideas to be able to shake somebody off when they're just one-on-one to get a layup when we need a layup. That's all I'm saying. That's all this Hawks team needs.
And that's why I was saying, if in the offseason, what I would do if I was upgrading my starting 5, that's why I would look. I would try to upgrade the center position, or tell Clint, hey, you need to go hire a coach and you need to work on some post moves in the offseason. Because now, granted, I agree with what Rashad said. You do need players who don't need the ball. But I would like Clint to at least be an option. Just, just in case shots not falling.
Right.
You can say, you know what? We ain't hit nothing tonight. Let's throw it in. Let's see if Clint got something going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A hodgepodge where it's like we keep Clint in his thing, but then we either produce JC or we trade JC.
No, because you can't listen. When you keep talking about JC, no, bro. JC need to do what he doing, stay my stretch 4, because you can't have him and
He's
Capella
not a stretch 4
in the paint. Yes, he is. He can hit the
every
3,
time
bro.
he shoots. I'm like this. I'm like, did he make it? Did he?
And that's why you ain't looking. And that's why you're not looking at his numbers. And he shoot 35% from 3. That's better than
36, and it's going down. He was at 39.
That's better, and that's still better than some of the so-called shooters on the team. So he can't stretch the floor. He stretches the floor enough to where you have to respect it. You can't sit there and say, "Yeah, go ahead, shoot that."
But
shit.
then he can't pull it down and go by nobody, and then pass it off to somebody.
But what you do is, if you get a big, if Clint had a post game, right, something minor, it changes the whole offense. Because now, guess what? I got the whole floor stretched out. I got one dude in the paint. I don't. If I'm Trae Young, I don't have to get by my man. If it's a mismatch, I can throw it into Clint. I can let Clint work, and that's what's going to happen. If Clint working, the defense going to have to collapse on him anyway. Same thing the Sixers do with Embiid. They throw the ball to Embiid, everybody collapse, shooters is open. It's the same crappy concept every time. Don't nobody, when Gallo play and he go in the post, he don't draw no double team. It's 1-on-1, and he don't even go to the basket. He dribble, post up, turn around, shoot a jumper. So
now imagine if he was able to draw a double team.
But
he
he
wins
does
his
not.
mismatch most of the time.
But he does
imagine
not
if
draw the double.
So
He does
imagine if
not
we had a
draw
player
with.
instead of Gallo that we combine maybe Gallo's
I'm-
salary and JC salary to go get,
No,
and then
I'll
we
combine.
can
Let
dump
me
the
tell you
ball
what I
down
would do.
to-
You know what I would do? You know what I would do? I take Gallo, I take Clint, and I'm calling freaking I'm calling Phoenix. I'm trying to get
DeAndre Ayton.
you got that right. I'm getting Ayton. Ayton
Aiden
can
ain't
do it
got he
all.
ain't got no back to
that's
the
a-
basket game.
Ayton don't got the best post moves, but I'll take me some
Ayton
Ayton. I'll
can
He
do
ain't
it
take
got
Ayton
all.
all day long.
He
man.
do Ayton can shoot from everywhere on the court. You know what type of
I'll
gameplay
take
you
Ayton.
can come up with a big man like
If
that.
you
But
make
let me
that
get off track.
happen,
Hold on.
if
Y'all
you
got
make
me off
that
track.
happen
Y'all
tomorrow,
got me off. Y'all got me off track, man. We're going back to player ratings.
That was me. That was all
off
me
track,
going
but
off
that's
track.
okay.
We going back to player ratings. We going back to y'all got me off track, man. Y'all got me off track. Hold up now. Okay. Tonight we guess who played tonight? Another one of Rashad's homies, Sweet Lou Williams.
Sweet Lou.
And guess what? He didn't take the game off out of respect to the other team. But Lou Will, 16 minutes, 4 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 3 steals from Sweet Lou. 3 steals. Analysts, what you giving Sweet Lou tonight?
6.
Wow.
Okay. I see that. Talk to me.
Terrible tonight. Let me tell you. Lou missed 2 threes, but those seem like, listen, we needed those shots, especially when Portland was outrunning us. They were outworking us, and Lou comes down, and then he just shoots the thing. It's like, come on, we don't need that, Lou. Come on. And it was frustrating to see because it was like, come on, Lou. It was like you didn't have to take that shot. And then, listen, Lou was, well, he never is, but I mean, I don't remember the exact cause of those 2 steals, but I mean, I'm sorry, not Toronto. What am I thinking? Portland had like 21, 22 rebounds. Turnovers tonight. And they were just throwing it everywhere. So, I mean, I'll give Lou credit for the 2 steals. But it's not something that's going to improve his player rating because he just wasn't good tonight. I mean, it was clear that he didn't have it tonight. I guess he was nervous because his mom was in the crowd, but he wasn't good.
What you got on that, Rashad?
Man, hey, analysts, man, you can't just start taking stats from people because you don't like them, bro. Like, I mean, what is that, man? Like, how do you explain away 3 steals? How do you explain
2
away
steals.
16,
2 steals.
Two steals? He had 3 tonight.
Listen, you're wrong. It's not that I don't like him. It's just that he wasn't good.
I'm not saying that he was good. I'm just saying
you watched 2 quarters where he really didn't play. I don't know if he played in the 4th, but I didn't mean to cut you off. But if you just look at the shots that he missed, he just wasn't. I mean,
yeah, I watched some of his shots, but I didn't think Lou. From what I saw from Lou tonight, I didn't think he was good. With that being said, Lou's presence does more. Like, Lou's the type of player for us right now that
We need him.
He finds a way to impact the game in a positive way. Like, I saw one of his steals, and he just took the ball from old boy. So, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just explain away, like, 3 steals. You can't just explain it away. Like, the guy got 3 steals.
So what are you going to give him
credit for?
So what are you going to give him?
I'm gonna give him a 7.
Okay.
We won.
That's one over me. That's one over me. What I get.
It's not your rating. It's the fact that you explained the way maybe I'm still upset at what you said about Clint, man. I don't know. The guy grabbed 16 rebounds, and you say that's bullshit.
You look at the way that you look at all. You gotta look at the rebounds. I mean, most of the rebounds were you grab it and he's in the backcourt by himself. So with the Trae, it's like
you earn them all, baby.
I mean, he averages close to that. I mean, listen, to me, I'll just say this one thing because I know we got to give his rating. I just think that, well, first of all, I somewhat agree with you on Lou with his presence because I feel like he does show that presence. I think Gallo's more of that guy for us. I think that Lou is way too friendly with everyone. I mean, you saw him, the Clippers game just dapping up Ty Lue in the middle of the game, like like he was having a family reunion. But anyways, it's not that I maybe I did dismiss his three steals a little bit. Look, it was good. I just felt like when you look at the shots that he missed, they were major in Portland's run and Portland's momentum, and I didn't like that. I thought that he just coming down jacking up shots, and you got it. If you're a vet, then like you saw his facial expression afterwards. He knew he shouldn't have took those 2 threes.
What you got on that, Lou?
I want to start this off.
Anytime Lou he bullshitting because he
no. I just want to start this off with this because it's the biggest downfall of relationships between man and women is expectations. And tonight I came in with an expectation that in order for us to win this game, Lou was going to have a big impact. And Lou didn't have that big impact. And so I could see people rating him as low as 5 and as high as 6. And I think y'all are being very generous with him, and that's awesome. But I think he's got to walk the walk and talk the talk. And even though he didn't take many threes, which I love that he's not pulling. If we had a Trae and an old Lou where he was also jacking like that, we would have a problem on this team. But Lou Williams has really, really matured. And if he's not feeling it, he's not taking it. And so the 0 for 2 is really nice because he didn't force him. And y'all see missed shots, but shooters shoot. And they don't see 0 for 2. They see, okay, I'm not feeling it. That's what they see. And so, I just want to say, like, Lou's impact was good, but I needed him to really have a big game today so that we could blow this team out.
So what's the rating?
As low as 5 and as high as 6. I'm going to give him a 6.
No, man, pick one.
I'm going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 6 on my side, but I can see people getting upset with him.
I give Lou his mind, guys. I give him a 5. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go with 5 too. I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 6.
I'm only giving him a 5 because
it's not the rating.
But see, I'm giving him 5, and I'm gonna explain to you why I'm gonna give him a 5 because granted, he had the 3 steals. That's what got him to a 5 for me. Besides that, what was his impact in the game, guys? Can anybody tell me what was his impact?
Correct.
I didn't see no impact.
The W.
Okay.
The W.
The dub, yeah, baby.
Guess what?
He had no impact in that.
We can get it. We can get that to everybody on the team tonight.
Everybody got a plus one. You get a plus one. You get a plus one.
He didn't. To me, he didn't impact it good or bad, in my opinion. Maybe y'all saw it different, but you know what? Hey, that's my rating. I don't care what nobody think, baby. So let's move on to the next one. Look at it. But if you look, let me see.
Can I say this one thing?
The chat saying 7. Let's see what the chat said.
Nice. That's nice. 8. I like that.
Pocket said 3. Drummer Boy made a good point. He said he feel comfortable when Lou in the game. All righty, there we go.
Can I say this one thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Rashad.
I will say tonight I came in. I was like, hey, everybody. The lowest score I was going to give anybody was a 7. Because I really like the way we look right now. I feel like everybody does their job. Yes, I feel like everybody. Bogey has 6 assists. The thing about shooters are kind of what Lou said. Shooters going to shoot. But here's the other thing about shooting. You can't control whether it goes in. And so what you want to do, you want to make sure you take shots that you're supposed to take. And then you impact the game everywhere else. And I felt like our shooters did it, Hunter did it, and Hunter ended up coming through in the clutch. And so, like, I like the way we look, man. I just like the way our team looked tonight.
But aside from how we look, that's good. That's mental toughness. On to the next. Let me finish this player. No, because I know we can get up and get it talking, and we be going. This is let me get the player ratings over with quick, man. Because I know because this was gonna happen. You say a one-liner, then one of us gonna be like, oh hell no, what he say? Then we gotta say our piece. Let me finish the player ratings anyway. So we'll come back.
I already forgot what I was gonna say anyway, so we can go.
Chelsea gonna show up, and then we gonna be here for 3 hours.
DJ German made a funny point though. He said Lou played, so I gave him a bonus. Okay. All right, guys. Here's a guy we have not done a player rating on because he never plays. But he was called on and he showed up. TLC. TLC played 8 minutes. He had 5 points, 2 rebounds.
Big points.
2 rebounds, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, which damn, his 3 was clutch. And that was it. His plus minus was 0. So let's see. We'll start off with me. I give TLC a 5. Nope, excuse me. I give him a 6. A 5 because I mean he rarely never plays. So who knows what we should expect from him. And I give him a +1 for the win. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him another one. I'm gonna give him a 7 because he hit that 3-pointer that we needed that. We needed just some points at that point.
That was big. And he had missed the same one too.
And you know what? I ain't even gonna lie. When they passed him the ball, I was like, man, please don't shoot that shit, TLC. And he shot it and it went in. And I was like, thank you for TLC. So what I'm at? So I'm gonna give him a 7 tonight, man. A 7 total. And you know what? And Drummer Boy made a good point. He did what he had to do, considering he don't really get minutes. So, you know, what you got on that, analyst?
Yeah. Well, listen, I think that I knew what to, because TLC played when we had Hunter, Bogey, Huter, and I knew that when he was in the game, we were going to get defense. I liked the defense from TLC tonight. I did. I liked it. I thought that it was really good, and I'm going to give him 7. And I just, a 7 because, I feel like the 3 was big. I feel like his defense was big, but he didn't he wasn't in the game, more than what'd you say, 5 minutes. So he can't get an 8 or 9 or 10. So a 7 is solid for him. But I knew when he put him in the game, I said, okay. I said, we're about to get some stops right here. And that was around the time that we got some stops, we got some big shots, and that's what we needed from TLC. And again, I saw that from him a little bit earlier in the season when we were playing him consistent minutes when he was starting.
What you got on that, Rashad? Oh, hold up. Let me introduce my boy Gerald in the building. Ticket Gerald. Hey, especially if you in the A and you need them tickets to them events.
Luxury.
Gerald got tickets. Gerald can sit you outside the arena or he can sit you on the floor of the game. You pick one, Gerald, get you them tickets. My boy Gerald. But let me go ahead. Let's go to Rashad. Was I on?
Gerald, can you flip your shit to the side? I just want to see the full Monty there.
Who was I on?
My wife did this. It's just
don't be trying to put it on your wife, man.
Ain't no
wrong with having a nice home, baby.
Yeah.
Flip your phone to the side so we can enjoy.
So let's go home while Joe do that. Let's go to Rashad. Rashad, talk to me, man. TLC. Well, you said you saw the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, I saw the fourth quarter.
Talk to me about TLC, baby.
I give him a 7, man. Like I said, hit a big shot, play some defense. It looks like Nate was looking for something, and that's why he put him in, because we were short rotation. And on the back-to-back, you could tell Nate was looking for something. TLC came in and gave it to us. So I got to give him a 7. I cannot stress enough. I cannot stress enough. I love the way we look. I felt like we established our defense. I felt like Trae was able to carry the offense. And then our role players at the end of the game brought us home. And so, 7.
Talk to me, Lou.
Man, I had 6 written down all day, but God, he just made a great case for me making it a 7.
Give him a 9.
He was solid. It's like I expected to see him tonight, and he played good. Like he didn't. I mean, like I said, there was no hesitation. It wasn't like he had been pouting. Like it looked like he had been playing really good in practice. It looked like he had been keeping fresh. And as a playoff team, that's what we need, and I thought like that sequence where where he ended up with having a really tough layup and sliding into the baseline. I thought that was just, I mean, we needed all of that. I mean, just every bit of that. We didn't need that to go off the rim at all. And we got it. And, so like with that right there, I'll change my 6 to a 7.
All right. Talk to me, Gerald. We on TLC right now, man. 1 through 10. What's your rating on TLC, baby?
I was gonna give him a 5. But we won, so that go to a 6. But I think he was a professional tonight.
Agreed.
I think he was a professional. I think that's what we needed in that moment. That 3 was huge. I feel like, he been putting in the work at practice. I think he was just waiting on his opportunity, just like, veteran professionals do. A younger player, you probably can't stick them in that situation, and then they just do whatever the coach and the team need them to do. So I think he was playing with. Yeah, I think he was playing with house money, and he played. He hit blackjack tonight, so I give him a 7.
All righty. And I don't even know why I'm gonna do this player, because we all know he gets a freaking 15.
Oh, just wait till I got my shit. No, I'm just kidding.
What I call him, I don't know what nobody else call him. I call him Young Legend. Okay, Trae Young. Man, this dude good. Bro.
We already did.
39 minutes, man. I ain't worried about Knox get a 0. He ain't do shit. 7 minutes and nothing.
I thought you was
0. All right, Trae Young. Trae Young, 39 minutes, 46 points. That's back-to-back 40-point nights.
Burgers.
6 boards, 12 dimes. God damn. 15 for 31 from the field. 5 for 14 from 3. Perfect from the free throw line. Only 3 turnovers, considering he handled the ball the most. 3 turnovers in 39 minutes, 12 assists. He get a freaking 15 from me, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you call him, Rayfords. I don't care. 15. Because you know what? This dude, the last 3 games, this dude showed up doing what superstars supposed to do. Lead the team, playing efficiently. Okay? He done cut out that hero ball crap. Especially these last 3 games, bro. He has been, and I think I was saying this the other night. I need to get his shot chart for the last couple games, because I bet it's all green or whatever color they using in that paint, bro. The way he been penetrating lately. Okay. And I really don't have much to say, man. He get a fucking 50 from me, man. What's your thoughts on that, Gerald?
Give him a 9.
What? What? You say a 99?
Yeah, he said that.
Look at Lou face look like he ain't here. Like Lou looking like, what he just say?
Yeah,
you got
Rashad, that was worse than my Capella rate.
Yeah, that was bad, bro.
No, I give him.
Well, let's hear. Why did you get a 9? I'm actually interested. I was thinking that's
a terrible rating.
I still need more defensively. I think I said last time I was on here.
So that makes sense. Boom.
I think I said last time on here, I said that every time Trae's on the floor, we're 4 on 5 defensively, and the only way that he can offset that is if he goes off offensively, which he did tonight. But I think one play that really just messed me up was when Capella had to guard his man from the 3-point line, and luckily Capella caused a turnover. But I think it was in the 3rd quarter. Y'all remember this?
I'm thinking I remember.
Capella got the steal,
and I think up top.
Yeah, and Chauncey actually had it in his film session in the group, and Chauncey, he go off about Trae defensively, but that I'm glad we got the win, but I really need more. And on the other hand, is like, I don't like the point guard shooting 31 shots, but tonight he kind of had to, because Bogey was off. Bogey was a G League player tonight, or But yeah, it's a 9 only because I need more defensively. I need more effort. That's what I need.
Okay. I mean, hey, if you like it, I'm like Lou said, man, I'm on my 500 vibe. So if you like it, I love it, baby. What you got on that, Rashad? On Trae, Mr. Trae Young, aka Young Legend, future Hall of Famer.
Other than so, this will be the first time I give somebody a 10 other than Lou Will, because he deserves a 10. I got to give Trae a 10. I thought his effort, not only tonight on the defensive end, I thought his effort probably for the last 5 to 7 games has been there.
Ooh,
And
you
you
about
can
to get
see
the Irie of Damon.
you can see him like, for instance, when he takes a bad shot, or when he takes a shot and it's a long rebound, you can see him gamble to stop the ball. That was something, like, particularly against the Spurs game. I was like, Trae, you take a bad shot. If you're in position, you need to stop the ball there. He's starting to do that. He's starting to try to get his hands in the way of certain passes and stuff like that. I mean, the guy carried us offensively. I like this trade. What was that game? Friday, the Clippers. The Clippers to me was probably the best game. It was one of my probably 5 favorite Trae games. Yeah, but no one had it tonight, and it's good. Like, it's always great. I mean, to me, he channeled his inner 2-3. He channeled his inner MJ, because when no one has it, it's good to know that you have a player on your team that can go for 45 plus, and everybody else, I just need y'all to hold on and do everything else.
Back to back.
So, I mean, I got to give him a 10.
Back to back, and he shot the shit efficiently. What you got on that, analyst?
Listen, he's getting a 79 from me tonight. Listen, let me respond to Gerald, because I think that was a it shocked me when you brought up what you brought up. Listen, for 4 years, Trae Young has not been good on defense, and there's a legit reason for that. Trae Young is our offense. Sad to say, his resting time is defense. If he listen, I want to know a player, a franchise player that carries the, not only him. I'm talking about Bradley Bills and Damian Lillards and guys like that who plays defense and is elite like that on offense.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant,
all of them, dude. That's
Maybe,
ridiculous.
maybe
Giannis,
and
Giannis,
Kawhi.
LeBron, Kawhi.
Paul George.
Listen,
Yeah,
no,
man.
Siakam's a lower level, but
Because, like, the thing is like you can exert dominance, and when people love exerting dominance, they find every way they can, and it's not just on offense. Once they figure out, okay, I could do offense, oh, I can also shut you down, then they go over there and they start doing that shit too, and that's what he's got to learn. He's got to learn how to pick to be a good, effective defensive player by positioning and stealing the ball.
Analyst, can I
also
respond?
you gotta remember real quick, and I'll let you go, and I'll let analyst finish his thought.
Okay.
Then I'll come back to you, Gerald, and then we'll hit
I got
Lou
you.
for his player rating. But you also gotta remember this: we don't expect Trae Young to be all NBA first team. We just need him to be, first of all,
in the way,
a little more basketball IQ on the defensive side. He does some stuff that makes zero sense. Okay, leaving his man, doing that, and I said it tons of times, doing that fake thing when he run over there and try to double a big, like he gonna be no, don't do that. Get on your man, because that's the plan. Lure you in so the big can kick it out. We just need him to be a little smarter. Ain't nobody saying Trae Young go out here and make all defensive first team, because he probably can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard with his build to be an elite one-on-one defender when everybody in the league is bigger and stronger and faster than you are. You know what I'm saying? So we're not saying that, but when you're talking about Hall of Famers,
well,
it's tons of them who does it. Kobe,
but
and these dudes I'm
that was ridiculous.
all NBA first team.
I made a specific comment that I don't think we got. I said, who do we know that has done that? They are the primate. Listen, I'm talking about where there's no one else. You brought up Giannis. He has Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. You brought up Joel Embiid, James Harden.
But you're never going to get anybody to be on board with a superstar to take time off on defense, dude.
But you're going to have, listen, Trae Young's not going to play defense. We already know that. We've been knowing that.
He's not going to play defense effectively, but he better play defense.
You cannot win a championship without a player that commits on the defensive end,
exactly.
Bro. It's not. Everybody
you're not getting it. You're not getting it unless you go out and you get Trae Young, a legit number 2. You're not getting defense from Trae Young.
No, he don't need a number 2. He don't need a number 2 on defense.
Look at how
he need. Let me tell you something, Anna. Let me tell you something real quick. When Trae decides not to guard his man or take a break, or whatever you want to call it, it fucks up. It messes up the rotation because now somebody else got to account for his guy. What's that mean? I got to leave my guy. So picture this. You know what it's like? It's just like this. It's just like if Trae Young at the top of the key.
They got to be 5 fists.
And he don't play defense, right? And he let the dude go by him. And he let the dude go by him. When the dude go by him, now you putting Capella in a bad situation. Because now you're going to make Capella look stupid. Why? Because Capella got to decide, do I come after the guard attacking the basket? Even though I already know what's going to happen, all he going to do is pass it to my man. And then everybody going to look at me like I'm crazy. That's the rotation.
That's why typically Trae Young is on the other guy on offense who guys standing still.
But
guys standing still. And then if you look at
Nate deny that guy the ball, then analyst, it don't matter, bro. Spend his time on offense denying that guy the ball.
Nate McMillan, he clearly he doesn't want him to play. Listen, when you have
Nate McMillan absolutely wants him to play defense.
Oh, he doesn't say it. He doesn't say it.
Allen Iverson didn't start winning until he tried to play defense.
Listen.
Absolutely.
He's getting a 10. You give him a 9 because he didn't play defense. We've never seen him play defense. He's not going to play defense. Listen. I mean, did you see him play tonight?
I would trade him. If he not willing to play defense, we got to get rid of him.
Proclamates that, like he said, the game is boring. If he ever said defense is boring, he out.
I was like, look, you got to get rid of him.
You got to go.
I have a guy. Listen, Trae Young is not good enough to rest on defense, okay? Because he don't have the speed, he don't have the size to make up any type of distance that he loses. Let me tell you what happens, man. Y'all be like, hey, we're going to put Trae Young on this dude. You know what the other team does? They be like, they either going to give that guy the ball or all they're going to do is switch it.
Yeah.
They're going to force us to switch, and now Trae on the person you don't want him on. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's very important if you're not good at the defense, as long as you active on defense. Why? Because that let the other team know, oh, this dude going to make me work for what I got to do tonight. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, he's not going to stop nobody, okay? But we're not asking him to do that. We asking him, if Trae can give me 1 or 2 steals a night that goes along with 40 points, I'll take it. But never, ever say there is no superstar, right, who don't play defense. It's none.
Lillard doesn't.
Who?
Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal.
What has he won?
None of them have won anything.
They can't win. That's why they don't win.
Well, he hasn't won.
We trying to win chips, man. We ain't trying to look good.
Who else, analysts?
Well, listen.
If you don't play defense, you don't win. That's why everybody you just named ain't never been to the finals ever.
Well, listen. Let me tell you. The point was you attack him for defense, and you attack him for defense, but you listen.
Get in there, Gerald.
I don't think
I wanted him to get his whole thought out before I rebuttal.
All right, go ahead. Let analyst finish. Then go ahead, hop in, Gerald, when he finished.
Listen. I'm not going to even speak on the whole defense thing anymore. Another point I was going to bring up was the fact that he scored 22 points in the third quarter, was able to get us going, buried us out of that hole that we were in, and was able to really he was able to get the lead for us. He took over. He went on like a 10-run run by himself.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was able to get us that, I mean, if it wasn't for him doing that, we would have got beat by 20 tonight. So because we were already down by 15 at the time, so he was our only saving grace at the time.
So what you got?
Go ahead, Gerald. Hop in.
So let me backtrack a little bit. When I talk about needing more from Trae Young defensively, I'm not necessarily. I always grade Trae Young based off of his effort. Obviously, I know that based on his genetics or lack thereof compared to other basketball players, he doesn't have the body type to be like a shutdown guy. I get that. The things that I look at is when you try to hide Trae Young on defense, say you put him on whoever's your least like offensive threat, all the teams are going to do in the playoffs is find him in the pick and roll. Kind of like how LeBron used to find Steph Curry in the pick and roll when they used to go at it in the finals. That's all they're going to do. And what Trae needs to, if he just shoots passing lanes and gets 2 to 3 steals a game, he's fighting over pick and rolls and not going under, being lazy. Defense is not it don't take talent to play defense. It don't take it at all. Like Tom Thibodeau, his teams for years from when he was in Chicago, like he made Joakim Noah an all-star damn near. Just because of Joakim Noah just playing with effort. It's an effort thing. But the sad thing is you can't teach and coach effort either. So when I grade Trae Young on the defensive side of the ball, is just based off of effort. It's not necessarily how many times does his man score the ball. I just need to see the effort, just the trying. Now, obviously, all players, they take plays off. I understand that. But kind of like Damon said, Trae's not good enough, and the Hawks are not good enough come playoff time to be able to take plays off and we still be able to walk somebody down. This was the Blazers. This is the team that's quote unquote supposed to be losing on purpose. And up until the third quarter, we kind of struggled with them. So even though that was 46, 47 points, it's big because we trying to get a play-in spot. But on the other hand, if we was the 2 or 3 seed, would we be grading Trae Young this same way? Like with it being Portland, I kind of graded on a negative curve because we really supposed to drill him.
Man, listen, at this point, I'm taking all wins.
Me too. Me too.
Anyway, excuse me. Like I said earlier before you came in, Gerald, my motto in the second half of the game was
win.
What was I saying? Oh,
find a way to win.
Just find a way to win, because this season right now, the only thing we consistent at is being inconsistent as a team. You know what I'm saying?
This is our second longest winning streak of the season.
3 games.
What we had 3 games? Yeah, because I know we got one. We got a 7-game winning streak. We had an
8-game winning streak, so this is 3rd.
Yeah, because we had a 7-game. Where when we came off that road, the first West Coast road trip, we came back home, reeled off 7 in a row. Then we lost
8 after the Cam.
Yeah, then we lost like 5 in a row, and then when we traded Cam, we went on a little run there.
Oh yeah, we did. We did do that.
But you know what? Like I've been saying the whole season, man. Excuse me. Like I've been saying the whole season, man. We as good as our record says we are. That record shows our effort that we put out for the season, and so guess what? If this was 27-11 Hawks that we did the second half last year, I would expect to drill Portland. But like I don't know if you saw it in the group, Juan had said something about guaranteeing a win against the Pacers, and I said, bro, like, and people in here know I say this all the time. You don't know which team is going. You don't know which Hawk team going to show up every night.
I put it like this, Damon.
We're not consistent with that.
I put it like this, Damon. We're talented enough to beat anybody, but we're inconsistent enough to lose to anybody.
But see, and that's what I said. I said, well, I think I might have said this last night. We look good as shit on paper, but guess what? When it comes to execution, when it come to execution, we don't do it. Let me change that. We have not done it. Okay, we've proven we can do it because we did it in the playoffs last year. We did it in the whole second half of the season last year. But this year, for some reason, and I don't care what people say, you can say because Trae said some of this. I don't care what. I don't care. What I look at is the facts. The facts is we are 500 ball club, and when we playing teams, I expect 500 results. You know what I'm saying? Should we on paper, we should have lit their ass up tonight on paper.
Mhm.
But guess what? As you can see, we will make a game out of it. Bro, we could play a high school team and make it a game. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let me move on to the next one, guys. The last one we got for the night, guys, and we're gonna
Damn, I
start
don't
off
get
with
to
Lou, and we're gonna
again.
hit up Rashad.
I don't get to do another player rating for
Nate.
him.
Oh, damn, my bad. Go ahead.
Damn, I'm feeling real light skinned right now. Okay. Do I get to go?
My bad, Lou. My
Nah,
bad. Hey,
that's
listen,
all
man.
right.
Listen. I'm just overcoming a sickness, man. You know, I was the other night. I felt like I was about to die the other night. Thank God, analyst was here because he saved my ass the other night because I was about to die. I wasn't feeling too good last night. Neither analyst saved the day. So you know, I'm just getting back on my A game, man. Give me a break. I know. Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, man, your host, I get a 10 tonight. No, I'm just bullshit. Go ahead, Lou. What's your rating on Trae, man?
Always. Young legend. Is that what you say?
That's what I call him, young legend, baby.
I had him at I thought he played great. You know, I had him at a 9. I've been going back and forth, 9 or 10. Do I really give out a 10 for the first time? But like, I'll say this: on a back-to-back night, he came up big. I mean, 22 points in the third quarter. You know how big third quarters are. I think like even with all of the things that we have that are legitimately negative about his defense, about everything, about his effort getting better, I think he's taken it a little more seriously, and it showed tonight. And I think the fact that we win is the reason why I'm giving him a 10. And I think he deserved a 10. I think like he's got a lot on his shoulders. He's a young, small guard that's fighting the refs, that's fighting all sorts of stuff, and it's just phenomenal to see a young man so determined to be successful at something, and he's got to be super obsessive to be as good as he is, and I'll give him a 10 for tonight. He was not going to let us lose.
So
he was not going to let us lose.
Let me hit up this. Yeah, let me hit up this last one, and I want to hear. I want to hear what what we gonna say about Coach Nate and the coaching staff. We're gonna start with Rashad. Rashad, talk to me. We're gonna go Rashad and we'll go Gerald. Nate McMillan coaching staff, scale of 1 to 10. You are giving him a what and why?
Man, so it's hard for me because I like I said, I didn't see the 2 middle quarters. But from what I saw,
talk first and fourth quarter.
From what I saw, I got to give him a 10. I like the last
starting lineup.
I love the starting lineup. Like I really think that DeLon Wright gets a bad rap on this show because he's not, like
flashy.
Yeah,
he's just
like
average.
There are basketball fans that like the entertainment, and there are people like my dad watches women's basketball all the time. There are people that like the other shit or the other stuff. I'm one of the people that like the other stuff. Like I like when a player can get 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, a block, and his plus minus be skyrocketed. I thought that Wright starting was a really good move. I really like this team because you can tell he's starting to get through to them at like, let's finish strong. Last year he used to always say you can't play the fourth quarter the way you play the first quarter. And they're starting to get that. I think he's starting to understand his rotations more, and he's understanding his personnel to who can I get what and how do they fit schematically within the concept of the game plan. So I give him a 10.
All right, what you got on that, Gerald? Coach Nate and the coaching staff tonight.
I give him a 10. Um, I think Drummer Boy said, without having JC or Gallo, you might well say we was without Bogey as well. That, that, that was a big win.
It is what it is, right?
The hard right. The hardest wins to get, I believe, is the second night of a back-to-back.
Mhm.
Those are always the hardest ones in the NBA.
Missing 2 key players in the same position.
2.5.
I like Hunter at the 4, though. By the way, I really like Hunter at the 4.
Hey,
What's
when people were thinking about that, I was like, man, just put Hunter at the 4 and bring in Bogey is what I was thinking. But Delone Wright was nice too.
What's your thoughts on Coach Nate and the staff, their analysts?
Yeah, I'll give Coach Nate and the staff. Yeah, I'm not sure, boy. I'll give him a 9 tonight. I feel like the only reason I'm not giving him a 10 is because I didn't feel like I guess there's a reason that obviously there's a back-to-back. I just didn't feel like we came out again ready to match Toronto's intensity and their level of play.
You mean Portland?
Portland.
I keep saying my bad.
You took cut because you're too busy messing around with Raj.
Yeah.
That's why.
Portland. Portland's a young team. And I watched them a couple times and they just run and they get out in transition. I don't think we were ready to do that to start off the game, but I have to give him kudos for making adjustments in the second half, pulling TOC off the bench to buy us some time, really, to be honest with you, to buy us some time with some of the rotational guys. I liked I like what he did in the second half. I think he got us a little bit more aggressive on defense. Obviously went out there playing, but I think that he probably told the guys to be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, if you look at the turnover count, I mean, it speaks for itself. So I think that Coach Nate and the staff tonight will get a 9. I think that they did exactly what they said they would do. If you listen to Chris in his halftime press conference, he said he wants to pretty much shut off the paint, and I think they did that. I think they got him in that third quarter taking a lot of quick threes.
And I'm not gonna forget you, Lou Starsky. I got you, my guy. What's your thoughts on Coach Nate and the staff and the moves he made tonight, Lou?
I would say I'm going to say a 9. I'm going to say I think that we got to watch this situation now. With Bogey, because I think his night was affected by the fact that he didn't start, and I would have been fine with him starting in that lineup instead of Wright, and Wright coming in and giving us that positivity in the other side. But I also get why Nate did what he did, because he needed some firepower. But he's got to rectify this situation moving forward, because I think Bogey definitely feels some sort of way about this. You can't go from Wright, saying that we're going to tighten up the rotation and Wright's out, and then all of a sudden Wright's starting over you and eventually getting more minutes than you. So, I mean,
he's got to feel like he's that leader and that spark of the second unit. I mean, he can't feel some type of way, and if he does, he's gonna go because he has to at least know.
Yeah, I agree with analysts, man.
I do agree with that too. That's what I'm saying. I agree that not up to the point where he's got to go, but up to the point where he's got to get over it. But that's what I'm saying. That's what he's got to do. He's got to be like, no, look, you're entrenched in this situation.
But let's be real though. I mean, what is starting? Starting really means nothing if you're gonna come off the bench and you playing 30 minutes anyway, and you still getting 12 to 15 shots a night. And if I'm Nate, what I would have told him is, listen, you're not starting tonight. I need your firepower off the bench. And then guess what I'm doing? Showing all his numbers since he's been coming off the bench. Like, you see this? I need this still. Only reason it's due to starting. You see the injury report. Okay. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He's got to explain
And
Go ahead.
I want to propose a question, but Gerald, I know he wanted to say something, so I'll let him
Go ahead, y'all hop in, fellas. We finished the player rating, so we got about a couple more minutes before we sign off here. What y'all want to wrap about?
Well, go ahead, Gerald.
I think Bogey, I don't think he got too much room to really complain. I think in this situation, legs are tired being second out of a back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Bogey, this team goes up and down the court. Bogey ain't that hot on the defensive end either.
Whoa.
He said
He tries, though. How about that block yesterday, though? How about that block yesterday from behind?
He decent, but I agree with Gerald.
He ain't all that hot. I think I think sometimes the coach needs to. What he did tonight, I think he rewarded DeLon Wright for his hard work.
And also his probably how good he took that situation of being demoted.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. I could see that happening coming from like a Nate McMillan type of old school type guy.
Because you got to keep the positive morale for the players that don't play that much. Because you never know when you're gonna need them.
Just one quick thing. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I see effort with Bogey on defense. I mean, I do see it with effort.
I get what you're saying on that, but Bogey doesn't get the effort curve because he has the body to actually play sufficient defense. So he doesn't get
sufficient defense though.
He doesn't get the same. I can't grade him and Trae the same defensively.
And he's not dynamite on the offensive end. So I get that. I think Bogey is a solid defender.
No.
Every time I see him play, every time I see Bogey play, he's not someone that makes plays. He's someone that guards his man.
He gives solid effort. That doesn't make him a solid defender.
But
okay, so what about this fella? Let me ask
I wanted to say something about Bogey though.
Go ahead.
Because I actually think his role is changing, and I think it should. To me, I don't know if y'all know this, but he plays point guard for Serbia for his country team. Mm-hmm. And I think that Nate is probably working him in to being the backup point guard role more than the shooter and scorer, because you get more with him. Like the last 2 nights, he's had 6 assists. Tonight he had 6 assists, 0 turnovers. And so, to me, I prefer him in this role, especially when we have players like Herter, who Herter's just a special shooter. And I think you gotta have him out there, because if he's hot, you can't stop him from making his shot if he's hot. So I prefer him in this role, actually. Just someone who can fill up the stat sheet, hit a couple threes, but you want him to facilitate, get your assists, get everybody involved, and keep the bench unit strong.
I agree.
I agree with you. So time for me to wrap it up, fellas. That's my new thing. I'm trying to keep these things to under 2 hours. Okay.
Good luck.
But we're gonna wrap it up tonight, man. I want to salute everybody who came through tonight, everybody in the chat. Salute to the chat. I want to salute everybody who came on tonight. My guy Analyst, as usual, my guy Lou, my guy Gerald, and my guy Rashad coming through finally. Rashad, I don't know where Rashad be at. He be here and there.
Man, I'm about to get married, man.
He be at work. He be in work clothes. Don't do it. Never mind.
Hey, actually, what's the opposite of the streets?
But
that's a beautiful thing,
bro. Hey, man, congratulations on them. Hey, bro, listen to me. Hey, I've been married a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've been married. What's this? February. I've been married 22 years, bro. So don't let nobody hate on your marriage, bro. When you got a real one, you keep a real one, because it ain't nothing in them streets. But I gotta wrap it up, fellas.
In the streets.
It ain't nothing. I'm gonna wrap it up. I appreciate everybody coming in. Y'all know where we at after every game.